Every action you take, every word you speak, every thought you hold leaves an invisible mark on the world. Karma is not punishment, and it is not reward. It is law, silent, constant, and always in motion. Look around you. A seed planted today becomes a tree tomorrow. A kind word can change the course of a life, and a single action can create an endless chain of consequences. Nothing disappears. Everything transforms and returns. What you give to the world always finds its way back to you. When you choose patience, you create peace. When you choose anger, you feed chaos. Karma does not judge, it reflects. So ask yourself, what kind of world are you creating through your thoughts, your words, and your actions? Because in the end, your future is nothing more than the echo of who you are today. Everything begins in the mind. Before every success, there is a thought. Before every reality, there is a vision. Most people live by default, guided by fear, doubt, and limitation. But some choose to create. They close their eyes and see the life they desire. They feel it before it even exists. And that is where everything changes. Because your mind does not know the difference between what is real and what you feel deeply. Every thought you repeat becomes a belief. Every belief becomes a direction. And every direction becomes your reality. If you focus on lack, you will see lack everywhere. If you focus on opportunity, the world will begin to open. The law of attraction is not magic. It is alignment. It follows your attention. It amplifies your energy. So set your intention. Visualize with clarity. Feel it with intensity. Become the person who already lives that reality. Because what you are seeking is also seeking you. Every relationship in your life is shaped by what you bring into it. Not just your words, but your energy. The way you listen, the way you react, the way you choose to understand or not. Some connections grow stronger with time, while others slowly fall apart. And often the difference is invisible. A moment of patience instead of anger. A choice to understand instead of judge. A decision to stay instead of walk away. These small moments shape everything. Because relationships are not built in grand gestures. They are built in the quiet, ordinary seconds we often ignore. When you bring kindness, you create trust. When you bring ego, you create distance. And over time, what you give becomes what you receive. Karma lives inside every interaction. So ask yourself, what are you bringing into your relationships? Because in the end, people don't just remember what you said, they remember how you made them feel. There are two ways to see the world. Through the lens of scarcity, or through the lens of abundance. Scarcity says, there is not enough time, not enough money, not enough opportunity. It creates fear, hesitation, and limitation. But abundance sees something different. It sees possibility, where others see obstacles. It sees growth, where others see lack. The truth is, the world reflects what you believe. When you focus on what's missing, you train your mind to find more of it. But when you focus on what's already there, something begins to shift. Gratitude opens your eyes. It changes your perspective. And suddenly, opportunities that were always there become visible. Abundance is not just about money, it's about freedom, peace, connection. It's about knowing that there is always a way forward, and that life is not something you compete for, but something you align with. So choose carefully the way you see the world. Because the moment you believe there is more is the moment you begin to receive more. Your body is always listening to your thoughts, to your emotions, to the way you live your life. Stress is not just in your mind. It lives in your breath, in your muscles, in your silence. And over time, what you carry inside begins to shape how you feel, physically. But the opposite is also true. Peace can be created. A single deep breath can slow everything down. A moment of stillness can reset your entire system. When you choose calm, your body responds. When you choose gratitude, your energy shifts. Healing is not always instant. It is a process, a return to balance the way you think, feel, and treat yourself. It all matters because your health is not just physical, it is emotional, it is mental, it is deeply connected to how you experience life. So slow down, breathe, and remember, your body is not working against you, it is working for you. Energy is not something you see, but it is something you feel, in a smile, in a gesture, in the way someone looks at you. Every action you take carries something with it, a presence, a vibration, a message. And whether you realize it or not, you are constantly influencing the world around you. A small act of kindness can change someone's entire day, and that moment can travel further than you imagine, because energy spreads from one person to another, creating a chain reaction that continues beyond what you can see. When you choose to act with intention, you create something powerful. Not just for others, but for yourself. Because what you give, you also become. And the energy you put into the world is the energy that surrounds you. So choose consciously how you show up. Because even the smallest action can create the biggest impact. In a world that moves so fast, it's easy to forget what we already have. We chase more, we want more, we wait for something bigger while life is quietly happening right now. In the light of a new morning, in a simple conversation, in the moments we often overlook, gratitude is not about having everything. It's about seeing everything differently. When you slow down and truly notice, something changes. The ordinary becomes meaningful. The small becomes enough. And suddenly, life feels fuller without anything new being added. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present. And in that shift, you begin to see that there has always been more than enough. Holding on can feel like strength. But sometimes it is the very thing that keeps you stuck. Pain, disappointment, betrayal. They leave marks. And without realizing it, we carry them everywhere we go, in our thoughts, in our reactions, in the way we see others. But forgiveness is not about forgetting. It is not about saying what happened was okay. It is about choosing to release the weight, to stop reliving the past in the present. Because the longer you hold on, the more it holds on to you. Letting go is not weakness. It is freedom. And the moment you forgive is the moment you begin to heal. Every result has a beginning. Every outcome comes from a choice. Sometimes small, almost invisible, but never without impact. A single decision can change a direction. A single habit can shape a future. Life is not random. It is built moment by moment, choice by choice. What you do today may not show results immediately. But over time, it becomes something real, something visible. Something lasting. The question is not whether your actions matter. The question is what they are creating. Life is not meant to be lived at extremes. Too much pressure leads to exhaustion. Too much stillness leads to stagnation. Balance is where everything begins to align between effort and rest, between giving and receiving. When one side takes over, something feels off. But when you return to center, everything flows. Clarity returns, energy returns, peace returns. Harmony is not something you find, it is something you create. Through awareness, through choices, through intention. And when you find that balance, life no longer feels heavy, it feels natural. Success is often misunderstood. It's not just about results. It's about the path you take to get there, the choices you make when no one is watching, the way you treat people along the way. Shortcuts may bring quick wins, but they rarely last. True success is built on something deeper: integrity, consistency, vision. It's built one decision at a time, one effort at a time, and one failure at a time. Because growth is never instant. It is earned through patience, through learning, through persistence. And in the end, success is not just what you achieve, it is who you become.
Every story leaves a mark.